While searching for the anomaly, you find yourself trapped inside a facility on a remote subarctic island. What is this place? Who built it? Why was it left abandoned? Explore the uninhabited complex you now find yourself trapped in, but be warned, you might not be as alone as you think. Yeah, because we hopped in a random elevator on an island and then went down and got stuck. Let's put that on our 2025 bingo card, shall we? So, hello everyone, I am Mulbre, the Cryptid Slime, and welcome to Meridian Chapter 1, Part 2, after the prologue. So it is kind of breaking the trend a little bit. I did have to pay for this game. It was less than $5 though, and I really enjoyed the prologue, and so I was just like, you know what, we're going to break the trend and we're actually going to pay for a game instead of just playing the free ones. So I'm really excited to get into this, so let's just get started here. Oh yeah, I had the settings open because I was fixing that, but let's just get into it. We're going to go with normal, so that way we can get hints if needed. I do like my hints. Previously on Meridian 157. Okay, waking up on our keyboard with our spring dew. Okay, anomaly detected. So we're kind of a weather enthusiast, conspiracy theorist kind of thing going on. So we actually got on our little boat and we went over 400 kilometers to this island tracking this anomaly event, which is like a crazy amount of distance to travel. Like, that is dedicated. Oh yeah, and then a person showed up in the window. Did a lot of traveling. Like we made ourselves comfortable on this island, okay? Like, we just boated right up to it and then started touching everything, which was kind of weird. Like, I'm grateful for our level of confidence and self-assurance that we are willing to go out and just invite ourselves right up until we got into the elevator and then went down the elevator. And I'm like, what does going underground have to do with weather anomalies? But here we are. We are now in the depths of the world. So if you guys want more context, or if you want to see me solve the puzzles in part 1, I do recommend watching that video. It will be available on my channel. Okay, so this is locked. Hot steam blocks the way, so we can't get through to there. This box here, we can't get into that because of some nails. So we're just going to try to breeze through what I already know pretty quickly, which means we kind of need those pliers, which I guess the first thing is we'll come into here. I need to get this brush, but I will read all of this to you guys. Staff protocol. Overview of document. Given that Flare, Facility Lambda, Anomalous Research Experiments, specializes in the study of highly confidential and critical material. Stringent rules have been put in place to ensure that the highly classified nature of this project remains completely confidential. Please familiarize yourself with this document and understand that by being involved with this project, you are hereby obligated to comply with the guidelines presented below. 1.1 Electrical Outage Section. This facility consists of primary and secondary power units. In case of a power outage, the secondary generator will activate and provide functionality to the following services: main lighting system, ventilation, most other unspecified electronic systems such as electronically locked doors, and culinary appliances. These services are not available while primary power is offline. Elevator, computer and network grid, pumping and water drainage, all devices in the machine room, transportation system. In addition to fixing the primary power, you must also reset the mechanical console in the machine room to get the elevator back online. Hazardous incidents. Upon a hazardous incident, including but not limited to chemical spills, radiation poisoning, biohazard, and fires, personnel are required to report immediately to their respective division sectors. 1.2 Hazardous incidents. Upon a hazardous incident, including but not limited to chemical spills, radiation poisoning, biohazard, and fires, personnel are required to report immediately to their respective division superiors. Infectious personnel must be placed in quarantine within Sector C as to ensure the public safety of this facility. If possible, medical assistance will be provided to the personnel in question. Important: if the incident is designated a Class 4 or above, all personnel must immediately report to the Transportation District for immediate evacuation of the island. Class 5 incidents must be reported to the federal government. Any further courses of action will be determined there. 1.3 Non-disclosure. All personnel working at FLAIR are prohibited to disclose any information to anyone unaffiliated with this program. Failure to abide by the rules described in this document will result in the immediate termination of your position and criminal prosecution by the federal government on the grounds of treason. Thank you for your understanding. Management. The first time I read this, what got me was infectious personnel must be placed in quarantine. And so you're like, oh, it's the anomalous research. So it's kind of like, okay, what are they infected with? Go ahead and grab that picture. And we'll get to this in a second. Oops, wrong one. Oh, it's been a hard day trying to get this recording to work. Because yeah, I was trying to do like the video game capture, which is the typical way that we would record things on OBS. And so I've set it up so instead of, oh, I should have taken a picture of that. But at this point, this is my third time solving this puzzle, so I don't really need to take a picture. But yeah, so I switched over to display capture instead of video game capture. So hopefully that will help. Okay, so we just need to take pictures of, whoops, of these files because we'll need that. I mean, in all fairness, I probably have this memorized at this point too. Because like I said, it's like my third time trying to get the recording to work. But it is what it is. I will get to a point where the puzzles are new to me. Was it that one? I'm trying to remember which one this was. Nope. Okay, I've forgotten. Clover and Star. Oh, never mind. We got it. All right. So we got a key. Now, for this key, there are a few things to note here that that there were parts where we would have to go through and get certain clues, but since I already know the solution and you don't actually have to input any of this in a certain order, you just have to have the solution, which these are the clues for it. Because when we go back here to this metal cabinet and we put our key into the cabinet, we're presented with this disc here. It's the top 3, the top 2, and the centerpieces. I think the steam turned off. So you don't even have to do them in a certain order, but you would get a knife here in the door of this puzzle, and you'd have to take your knife and you'd come back here and you'd have to knife this painting, right, to get the next set of clues. So we did get the steam turned off. She's got to come in here. We got to get these books. So then we'll come back here. So these books go onto this cabinet. There we go. And these do go into a specific order. So remember earlier that to-do list that I took a picture of? So, lighthouse. Yeah, it's clicking. Okay, so we got lighthouse, water, boat. Oh, no, they're in the right order. Now, this next part of the puzzle it was a particularly devious one. So we notice how right off the bat, there's white numbers and there's black numbers. So you come over here to the keypad and you see this square, it's flashing black. So which means you need to put a black number. So you'll go 2. And then it's flashing black again. So 4. But now it's flashing white. So we put 6. Back to black. So we put 0. Back to white. So we put 9. And we get a key. And it says residence key on it. So as for the puzzles in this room, all we have left is we can't turn the computer on. Because, actually I will show you guys. There is one more that we would be able to solve, which is what we needed the tweezers for. So we'd use our tweezers to get this drawstring. And just to solve it so we can get it out of our inventory. Is you'd put this drawstring on the window, you'd lower it down, you'd get the last, this should be, I think, the third and final piece to what you need to solve that disc. So yeah, we'll just move on from there. We need that extension cord. And now we're into the residence area. And from here, the vent grate is fastened tightly in place, so we'll move on from there. And I don't recall there being anything else other than going through this door. Alright, we're going to start in here. Pick up this red block. We're going to take a picture of this because we need the DIY fuel. Also, the first time I found that note, I instantly lost it. I was like, because I took a picture and I was like, wait a minute. Where did I find that note at? And I could not, for the life of me, remember where I'd found that note. And I was like, oh, thank goodness I took a picture. So we have a seat cushion that's awry. And we'll just start by putting our block in there. Because our inventory fills up surprisingly fast. Alright, we'll need this. Now, I will be completely honest with all y'all. I actually had to look up the solution to this one because I'll show you here in a minute why I had to look that up. All right, we can't get in there. So now we have the food room. We'll get this wooden cylinder. And then from here, there's not anything we can do else at the moment other than collect some clues for the future. I hope you like your eggs hard boiled. The fridge is locked. The stove does work. And we collect ourselves a pot. Oh. I didn't realize this was a puzzle. Okay, so this is a new one to me. I didn't realize that was a puzzle. So we'll back out of here. I don't recall there being any... Yeah, there's the darts. We need those. Alright, so we're going to collect the darts from here. And we'll go to the game room. Alright, and this is where you guys will see that it can... Like I said, I had to look up the solution to this one. And that is because these pegboards don't make any heckin' sense. Okay, so we have... Like, we know who got what, right? SW. So if we go to our camera here, SW, Sandie W, score of 2. Okay? Her peg goes there. Don't ask me why. Simon Neal got a score of 3. So he's on the 3 here. So his peg goes in the 4. Alright, we're going to move these just to get these out of the way. There. AL. Ted Howard got a score of 6. So his peg, I believe, went there. Aaron Lindsay got a score of 4. So his peg goes there. And Tama Owens got a score of 8. So hers went like here, I think it was. Okay, I think I've put someone in the wrong spot. I know those two went like that. And no, unfortunately, this is not the solution. AL had 4. Alright, hold on. Let me get that picture back up. I have clearly misremembered. Okay. Here, 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 and there. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because if we look at our camera, SN, Simon Neal, 3. So his went in the number 4 hole. AL, Aaron Lindsay, 4. So his went in the number 3 hole. Like, I don't know. I don't play darts. I played it once and I still don't understand how it works. Tama Owens, 1st place. And hers went in all the way in the first. Like, I don't know if I had it backwards. Like, if I was going in the wrong direction. I guess that would work. Oh, no, actually, that would make sense. If I was counting in the wrong direction. No, it still doesn't make sense if I was I don't. Move on. I had to look that one up. All right, so from here you need the key. And then you need to remember this. I did not solve the puzzle that requires this. I hadn't gotten that far yet. But we will take our handy dandy key and we're going to go back to the fridge. I like the mixed matched graphics where when you're zoomed out, it shows the fridge is being open, but when you zoom in, it's locked. And we get ourselves a cue ball disguised as an egg. That should open up this little door here, which gives us a hex key. That up, grab ourselves a fuse. Okay, get ourselves down to the basement. These large tanks must be for storing water. Hook up our extension cable. Plug in our fuse. Alright, we are slowly getting back to where I was. Now, one thing is we need to get water from here because the faucet in the kitchen doesn't work. Right. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember where I got the triangle from. Oh no, where was the triangle? Oh, that's not good. Was it in the game room? I don't think it was in the game room. Seems like a part of the pump is missing. Oh, that's right. The triangle's up here. Right up there. Because we do need this so we can get the next puzzle. Okay. And then I already have this written down. So we will just move on to where I know we need it. Right here on this cupboard. So yellow is 6. Over 4 red, 5 red, over 2 green, no, 5 green over 2 red, and then 3, 3. Yay, we got the sugar. And then this sugar just goes in the pot. Okay, I think right about here is where I had gotten to when I realized that my recording was not actually recording. So from here, the only puzzle I can reasonably think that we could solve is there's a light puzzle down here. And when we push a button, so let's reset it. When we push a button, all the lights connected to it, including the button itself, either turn on or off. Okay, so turn on, turn off. The only problem is if a light is already on and you push the button, it turns them off. So as we can see here, we are now like, I don't even know where to begin. So my whole point is if I could get everything lit up except one corner that's dark. If I had a corner that was completely dark, like if this piece here was blacked, then I could solve the puzzle. But see right here, this is what I always get them to. I've gotten all four corners blacked out. Are you sure you want to skip the puzzle? No, I don't want to skip the puzzle. I want to solve the puzzle. It's interesting that the option it gave me was just to skip. Okay. No, not quite what I want. Okay, now we have a row on the bottom dark. And now we have one. Now we're left with one again. Okay, you know what? We're going to skip this puzzle. I am skipping it. Because, oh my gosh. I don't even know what to do with that. Okay, so we got a mallet. Because like I said, this is my third time recording. And I still haven't figured out that puzzle. Picked up a box filled with billiard balls. Although I could hear my dad now being all like, girl, I know you could have solved that. Alright. Oh, please don't tell me I have to... Oh, I gotta move the balls around. Alright. Making me take pictures of balls. Alright, so we have 10 on top, 1 in the corner, 9 in the corner. This side is 2, 7, 5, 6, 4, 3. So you have 2, 7, 5, 6, 4, 3. Okay, they're in the right order. Now we do have colors that we've got going on here. I'm going to take a picture of this. Because when we come back here, we go to the basement. It says the billiard, or the dartboard plus the billiard balls equals the solution. And we have some numbers here. So if we look back at what we've got, 1, 8, 3, 7, 9, 2, 6, 5, 10, 4. I'm going to assume maybe it's the order that we punch them in. So if we have this, and we have B1, which is the bottom corner of our triangle, which would mean that one goes first. Then the 2 is this orangey yellowy color. Well, or we could be like 2 is this green color. I mean, so far I'm just kind of like doing things in order. 4 is purple, which is the top one. Like there's no way I'm doing this right. 5 is green, which is straight down. Okay. That do anything? No? Dartboard plus billiard balls. Okay. I mean, we could try going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could try just numerical order. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. What do these two things have in common? Does the patterns match the cue balls? No, there's, I mean, other than the fact that they're like striped, and that some of these, I mean, they all are striped. And the balls don't differentiate, so there's no like, because yeah, they're all the same pattern, so there's no matching the patterns that way. There's nothing special about the billiard, other than that's like the 1, the 2, the 3. Like 3 is like 1 and 2 are opposite, but 3 and 4 aren't. I don't know why 9 is where 9 is. It's almost like I wonder if this is a contextual thing where it's like, since I don't know anything about darts, that's why I'm so confused. Because I don't know anything about darts. So I'm like, I don't understand. Nope. Okay, that is, yeah, we're gonna meditate on this for a second. We're just gonna, I mean, there's no lights shining, there's no, alright, I don't understand. Is it gonna give me a hint or is it gonna skip? Okay. Solve a step. Am I supposed to do it backwards? Okay, so I got that. 10 purple matches. Okay, I got that. 2 doesn't. 3 does. I am going to have an aneurysm. if oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Let me just try putting my numbers back in myself. I had the blue, the G5, the red 3, which is already put on, the purple 10, which is put on, and yellow 9. I didn't do anything. Okay, let's clear this out. Why is it saying red 7 is a part of the solution? Oh, because both the 7 and the 3. Oh my gosh. Both the 7 and the 3. Is that why I've been... Did that do anything? Okay. Okay, I was 90% of the way there. It's 90% of the way there, guys. I need that lawn fertilizer. Oh my gosh. What is the next step in the sequence? Oh, it's another one of those. Okay, this is probably going to be that puzzle we saw on that table. But yes, I was legitimately getting upset. So the last time I solved one of these, it was kind of a sliding puzzle. So let me think here. What's the pattern between these two? Also, that's the game flashing. That's not me. We'll just go ahead and take a picture so I don't have to deal with the flashing. And so you guys don't have to deal with it either. So we have a wrench. The hacksaw stuck and the vice clamp handle is missing. Okay, so we did get a wrench though. I do know we needed one of those somewhere. It was like opening the grate on the vent, I think. A fan blade could be useful. Picked up a timing belt. Wasn't of much use there anyways. However, those could be useful here. Not going to work. And we put the timing belt on. The timing belt fits perfectly for the pump. Alright, but we still can't turn it on just yet. So we got our fertilizer, so we can add that to the pot. fertilizer dissolved into the concoction. Because we still need, so we got the sugar, we got the fertilizer. We need alcohol. I imagine that's what we'll get when we solve this sequence here. Okay, let's light everything back up. And we will look for a pattern. Hopefully no hints this time. Hopefully no hints. And hopefully I won't get mad about it either. So I'm assuming that things are moving linearly. Okay, so these two are the most similar ones, with only a single piece being different. Let's see, this one has 3 activated. This one has 4 activated. 2, 5, 6, 7. This one has 7 activated. Then we're back down to 3. And then we're back up to 4. So it's like 3, 4, 7, 3, 4. So you could assume 7 would be activated in the next sequence. It's just a matter of which. Because it doesn't look like a sliding puzzle, honestly. Because if you move everything over 1 in either direction, these 3 pieces would still be on the next one. And even if we were to go down, then over or whatever, yeah, it doesn't work if you go down. Like if you were to slide it up or down, it still doesn't work. Because this has no similarities to this one. In fact, these ones have all been activated in between the difference. Whereas this one has all of them activated. It has this first and the second puzzle activated at the same time. It does, actually. Oh, it does. Okay, so if we follow that pattern, then it would be the top 2 middle squares. The first skip 2, and then the bottom 2. Okay, let's try that. So we'd have these ones, skip those, then those 2. That actually worked! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I solved one without hints. Oh my goodness, yay! A bottle of hard liquor must have been someone's secret stash. That was definitely a super secret stash. Great, no explosions just yet. Oh, it's an electric stove. I like my gas-powered stoves, but understandable. Picked up a pot of DIY fuel. So we'll pour that in there. Good, there was enough fuel to fill the tank to the top. Alright, so power's on, status is green. I guess, I don't know if I have to push anything there. That's for storing water. So a few things could be happening here, right? We can check to see if the water's gone. Oh, the water's gone. Okay. But then also the power for the computer, which we will need that computer. Oh, please tell me I get the broom. Yeah, I got the broom. Sandie W. Oh, we got a lot of reading. Okay. March 21st, 1995. It's been a long journey, but I finally arrived at this facility after waiting around in Alaska for a while. I'm really excited to start my career in this facility, although I'm unclear as to what sort of research is done here. I keep thinking back to how I was hired in the first place. My physics professor approached me and convincing me for an experience that, as he put it, is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm guessing, redacted, that this place is similar to a top secret military base, although even more secretive because nobody knows of this place's existence in the first place. Hopefully, no one will storm this place anytime soon. March 22nd, 1995, so the very next day, I've gotten to know the other two fresh recruits, Simon and Aaron. They're nice enough, but mostly keep to themselves. Apparently, we have to go through orientation before heading over to the main facility, which I found out is simply called Lambda. Hopefully this won't take too long. I'm anxious to convene with my professor and start my research. March 25th, 1995, so 3 days later. My manager has briefed me about what I will be doing here, and although I don't have nearly enough time to explain everything in detail here, let me just say that it has the potential to turn the scientific community on its head. As he was explaining, I thought he was joking. So, we're still talking about, this weird research facility. As his words sounded more like an expert from a science fiction novel and less like studies from a research experiment, needless to say, I can't wait to see these experiments with my own eyes, although I'm confused as to why I was approached for this position in the first place. Not that I'm unintelligent, but I certainly wasn't the brightest student in my class. Sometimes they just need people who can keep secrets. March 27th, 1995, so 2 days later. My manager tells me the admission process is almost complete. I finished orientation today. Most of it went over the basic stuff about safety in a workplace environment and all that. They do have some strange rules about Lambda, though. Here are some oddities they mentioned. Under no circumstance will you leave your residence quarters between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. If an evacuation order is given between these times, wait to hear from your manager for further instructions. It is prohibited to make any noise louder than 80 dB. This includes, but is not limited to, music, conversation, and entertainment sounds. All personnel must undergo a mandatory psychological evaluation every 2 weeks. If deemed mentally unstable, the subject must leave facility Lambda until it is deemed safe for them to return. I don't know if I'm just being paranoid, but some of these rules sound very unusual. To me, they sound like she was the experiment. It sounds like the students that were hired were the experiment. March 28th, 1995, so the very next day. Well, I've been authorized for entry into Lambda. I'm a little apprehensive now that I've gone through orientation, but I've already signed the non-disclosure agreement, so I guess there's no going back now. And that is everything. Okay, so we got a little more into Sandie W. What do you have for us? A flashlight. Okay. Anything on the bed? Now is not the time for sleep. I need to find a way out of this place. The ladder to this bunk bed could be useful, but I need to get it off first. Can we use our broom? No. It's unfortunate. So we have a ladder in the future. There's a second. Oh gosh, this room is a mess. What a mess. Which, gotta remember, there is still that lockbox upstairs, that blue one. Oh, we have a slider. 3 different positions for each. A plus B plus C plus D equals E. Okay, this looks important, so we're going to write this down. So we have a red A plus a blue B plus yellow C plus green D equals gray E. And I guess that's all we have in here is a locked suitcase and a clue. Door is jammed. Maybe if I had some more leverage. The broom? There's actually, okay, so speaking of metal brooms, if you guys like audiobooks and you're interested in a kind of literature RPG style book, All the Dust That Falls. It is about a Roomba. And a little bit of a spoiler alert, but one of the characters uses a broom as a weapon. Why would someone paint a series of squares on a mirror? Okay, so there's 3 ascending red squares. A. Okay, so A equals 5 to 9. The sink is completely backed up with black water. I imagine there probably isn't a way to fix that. Let me see some, oops, get this open. Why, okay, so it just says the why with someone. So here on the doors, we do have, oh, interesting. And then what's on this other door? Interesting. So this one has lines. And this one has lines. Blank, 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 square, square, square. Okay. A generic looking toilet. But we got a plunger. So these lines do match these ones. Kind of. They're a little bit off. Alright, hold on. Let me take a picture so I can stop flipping through the doors. Okay, they are different. There's a shower. Some empty shampoo bottle. Empty? Man, throw your garbage out. Something's gotten lost in the shower drain. Can I plunge it? No. Well, I tried. So we got what A equaled. Just to make sure I didn't miss anything that said like B or... Because we need A, B, C, and D. Yeah, there was nothing in those. Alright, let's go back to the sliding puzzle here. Okay. So there's 3 here. These are slightly off. Oops. So I want to say middle, top, bottom. Anything? No? Okay. Because, yeah, these two, they're not quite aligned. So I was interpreting that as like the middle versus the bottom. But it could be possible that they're just... that there is no middle button. That, or I'm looking into a solution for a puzzle that I'm not ready for. I wouldn't be surprised. Was there something I needed a plunger for? And in fact, I didn't even see the puzzle for that solution. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Bathroom. There we go. Use the plunger in the sink. Okay. So B equals 8, 10. So we've gotten A and we've gotten B. And then we have the 3 ascending squares. I wonder if they match up with... Hold on. Could they match up with this? Like that? Unfortunately not. Because yeah, this is the pattern of those squares there. Trying to think. I don't think there's anything I need to go back up here for. Because I got the TV. I mean, there's this. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on a second. 5. Oops, went too far. 5, 2, 9. Okay, so the codes we got from the sinks wasn't for the A, B, C, D. It was for these. Okay. A magnet? What am I going to do with a magnet? What puzzle did I have that needed a magnet? I guess we're just gonna start clicking on things. No, that doesn't do anything. Not a whole lot to work on with this equation. Yeah, I feel that. How about the toilet? No, still just going on about the series of squares. So the magnets, I still have it clicked on. It's not triggering. Oh, the magnet down into the... Okay. This thing. A metal handle. A metal handle. I had something that said it wanted a handle. Okay, that's right. It was the vise. So now we get the hacksaw. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with this room now. We should be done with this one. And we got a hacksaw. Now I gotta think about what's the hacksaw for. I don't remember anything needing hacked. Because even if I were to go out of this area... Yeah, because in order to progress further, I do need a key card. We can go to the computer, though, just to kind of see if that's working. Computer's offline, doesn't have any power. And we don't have a floppy disk for it yet. Okay. So we will go back to the residential area. And we will hack at things. Oh, you know what? The ladder. What if we can take the... Okay. Picked up the bunk bed ladder. So we hacked off the ladder. Okay, ladder doesn't go there. Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, when we open up the doors and look in the mirror. Okay. Okay. We're getting, Okay. So we have middle, bottom, top, with bottom, top, middle. Oh yeah, I can just hear my dad now going like, Mulbre, Mulbre, you're so close. Alright, so we're gonna start with this way. See if that works. And it did! Wonderful! Oh! Looks like this was torn from a sheet of music. Oh, please don't tell me that's my whole clue. Please don't tell me that was the build-up of my life. There's not even the trumpet to go with it. In fact, not a trumpet. I don't even think a trumpet would fit. I mean, I'll take a picture of it. I honestly have no idea what I'm looking at, other than I do see some symbols here. I see a cross, a diamond, a triangle, a star, and a different kind of diamond, which could definitely mean something. Because I think the whole point at this moment is we're trying to get the elevator working again. So to get the elevator working again, we need to get into the machine room so we can reset the power. But to get to the machine room, we need a key card. So we need to find someone's key card. And all of this is trying to get to the point where we could get someone's key card. But I'm stumped. Like, we've been in every room. I've clicked on everything that is clickable. We've solved all of the puzzles we could at this point, and now we've got a ladder. And as I've been clicking on things, I still have the ladder activated. So I'm just kind of like, where do I go from here? What do we do from here? This one? The vent's too high to reach. Well, that's dark and spooky. That's dark and spooky. Good thing I'm thin enough to squeeze through. Okay, this is dark and spooky. Okay, so this takes us here. Ooh. And this takes us here. A battery. Okay, this is the electrical room where there was the cave-in. Not sure what this console was for. Whatever it controls, it has no power. A key card! Oh my gosh, we finally got someone's key card. Okay, it looks like the door itself, like that was on the door. Can I pick that? Oh, I got a crowbar. I got a crowbar. Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Unappreciated. Unappreciated. Oh, this, okay, power room. What's this? On. Power's not coming back on. I think I'm missing something. It's locked, but there isn't a keypad on it. And we've got some... Oh, this is the music sheet. Okay, the music sheet. The X was on It's down here. The diamond is in the middle. Okay. There's a triangle. It's all the way on the bottom. Oh, that's right. There's 2 different diamonds. Okay. And then the star one is on the middle. And then the last kind of diamond is up here. And I do see some positive feedback. Got a little green light there. Oh, that's a lot to look at, isn't it? Oh my gosh. A, B, C, D, E. A plus B plus C plus D equals E. There's some colored wiles behind these panes of glass. So we have A kind of branching down with green going up and then red. Interesting. Can I control what goes into place? Looks like something's missing here. So I'm missing some wires. So we're not ready for that puzzle yet. Alright, but we are going to back out because I do have the key card now. Oh, but you know what I don't have? I don't have the code. I was all excited to have the key card, but I was like, oh wait, hold up. It's like, hold up, I got no code. I don't think I've written one down at any point. Okay, so it could be any number of numbers because I have to push the arrow. Okay. No, that's where I got the crowbar from. I can't imagine I'd get to use the crowbar in the same place that I, you know, crowbarred. Seems like the entire tunnel section collapsed. Ooh, there we go. And now we have our 4 colored wires. Okay. I guess we'll go 4th to 4th. We'll leave it as is. Green is 3rd to 1st, 2nd to 4th, or 1st to 3rd. Oh, we got it! Oh my gosh! I was like, yeah, let's just switch these. You know, let's just start mashing wires around. All right. Can we turn the power? We got it. We got the power turned on. So I'm going to assume that means now we can use our... Turning the primary power online must have turned on the ventilation system too. That's no good. That leads to a collapsed tunnel. Oh, hey, this box opened. We now have a pair of wire cutters. No, I want to cut the wires. Well, you'd think that it would let me cut the wires to the fan, but I guess that's I guess it's unacceptable. Oh, there's something above me here. A hatch. But nothing seems to be triggering the hatch. Okay, is there something in here that could... What does this say? Status online, speed 100 RPM, temperature 18 degrees. The console's back online, but the control dial appears to be missing. Oh. So where could I find a dial? I mean, there's really not a whole lot of options now that I'm in this situation. So I just gotta find somewhere with a dial. Do you have a dial that I could potentially pry off? No. Can I cut the wires? Oh, I could cut. Really? Went through all that work to get it turned on? So then we just cut the wire? Okay, I'm going to assume now we could go to the computer. Because we still don't have the code. Oh, the computer's on. Error. File is encrypted. Please use disk to decrypt. Planets JPEG. Wildly not to scale. Of course we would correct that. Safety System Pro. Actually, first, I am going to take a picture of this just in case. Just in case. Control room unlocked. Okay. Safe location control room. Oh, here we go. Okay. Floppy disk labeled decryption program. Haven't seen one of these in ages. Hey, I remember floppy disks. Decrypto script v.1.2. Choose which files you want to decrypt. Planets and mail messages. Let's do planets. File isn't encrypted. Okay, mail messages. Level complete. Tap anywhere to go to the next level. Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay, that changes things. That makes things wildly different. There we go. 20%. 40%. Okay. And there we go. That one's pretty simple. Sorry if I'm not like talking through these. It's like sometimes my brain power doesn't always correlate very well to anything but. Alright, so we're going to kind of do that, because then we got to get these things broken apart. Okay. Oh, we don't want those working together. Alright, so we managed to move this dot down. Sorry if my head's in the way. There's another circle behind my head here. So I managed to get two of them lined up. It's getting that third one lined up, because the other two move with it. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I got it. I can just move them over and then drag the top one down. Oh, gosh. Alright, we'll move the bottom one, get that out of the way, get the top one lined up. Okay. Okay, so that gets two of them meshed in. So we still have to somehow get this third one. Which the third one is going to be a little more difficult because it's 3 drags over. So I could try that. No, because then that messes up. Okay, let's reset this. We're going to start by moving those two that way. Okay. So that lines up that green. Okay, that lines up this one here. It's like trying to get them stuck in a way that I could move them, knowing that I'm not going to be affecting a different dot. Alright, we'll reset. What does this info do? Goal, get all green circles to fit into the green rings, but be warned, each movement moves all the circles at once. And then just tells us the controls. Wipe up, down, left, right. What if we go a different tactic and we try to use this bottom circle to do the top? Because there is a lot of space here that I'm not utilizing. I can see that. I can see that was like, there was a whole section here that I was just kind of ignoring. It's just somehow I need to get this green circle to be one away. And I need to drag sideways because I need to get this middle one stationary. Alright, we are going to separate those two by 1. Whoops. Okay. Alright, so we've got 2 lit up because I'm covering one there. Okay, we've got 2 lit up again. We still have this one that needs to be moved. Okay, somehow I need to get this circle locked into place. I feel like I'm on the edge of understanding what it is I need to do, but then just not quite getting there. Just not quite getting there. Okay, so if we look at this bottom circle here that I'm covering, it needs to go down and over, which means that this circle here needs to go over and down, right? Because if we go down and over, we follow that pattern. We can bring this circle down and then it'll get locked into place, and then we can drag it over. So then this circle, which will end up having to go down and over, needs to be locked into place because it can go down and over without really disrupting it. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. Slowly. Okay, because that locks in this piece, which means we can go down, down, over. Okay, hold on, let me... So we go up, up, oh, wait, hold on. Up one, over, over, up one, over, over, over. Get that locked in. Bring that down, bring this over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. Okay, from management about security changes. From management, new staff needed. From management to department heads, subject security changes. Due to the possible security breach that happened last week, we have taken measures to upgrade the security system of this facility. Specifically, we have strengthened the network firewall of all computers connected to the Flare grid and imposed a weekly password change to all critical locations. As a result, the password for the machine room has been changed to 51413 and will be updated exactly 1 week from now. Okay, so we do need that code. 51413. Please direct any inquiries to the Security Director, Ted. Signed, Management. From Management to Professor White. Subject, new staff needed. We are in need of new recruits for the positions outlined below. Don't forget to hire students that are in the top of your class, but who also don't appear to have close family or many personal connections. For this, you may have to familiarize yourself with them beforehand. Here are the positions we need. Mechanical or structural engineer, researcher in physics, preferably particle or nuclear physics, a lab technician. We presume this won't be an issue for someone in your position. So that would explain why they picked her, is because even though she wasn't top of the class, she may not have had family. Alright, so we finally got the code that we needed for this door. 51413. Yay, it worked. So, does that mean I can speculate a little bit and say it's only been a week since this has been abandoned? Oh, hey, it's the planetary one. I guess that's the biggest one. Whoops. That's the furthest. So the next biggest one is this, and it's secondary. The next biggest is second from the sun. Okay. First from the sun. And then third. Oh my gosh, we got a spigot. Guys, we got a spigot. That's one impressive piece of machinery. We activated the spigot. We done oil slick the floor, guys. So now we could open the door. I guess that's one way to move a heavy bucket. Just empty it. Elevator controller. I guess we're trying to find the pattern in which maybe we'll light all of them up. Okay. I am going to write these down. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8 of them. And we're going to label them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7, right? 7 is technically first. 2 is second. 3 is third. 4 is fourth. Ooh, and then 1 is fifth. Okay, I'm doing pretty good at the guesswork here. Oops. Okay, 8 is 6. All right, we got them. Hey, the machine's working. So, I still have a fan in my inventory. Is it just because I was supposed to hold on to it? Am I like... Oh, hold on. It did mention the computer. Hold on. Do I still have to do anything with this? I'm going to assume not. The elevator's working. We're moving down. We are moving further down. That is less than ideal. Why are we going further down? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, fan missing. Fan missing. I have the fan to give to you. Oh, need a screwdriver. Fine. Be that way. Picked up a small metal knob. Oh, that's a pretty picture. Oh, I like that. A picture of mountains next to some water. So we have a view of the sky anomaly, deep sea trench, route to Alaska, coastal reef. There's a trail here. Lighthouse transport. Okay, so this is where we were earlier. Sector A, B, main facility. Okay. I guess this is where the knob goes. We got the screwdriver. Okay, there's 2 buttons there. 1 button there. 3 buttons there, 2 buttons here. Okay. I mean, I can kind of record this. It's a 4x4 grid. 1, 2, 3 dots in the corner. 1 dot in this corner. 2 dots going vertical. 2 dots going horizontal. Okay, that has a pattern to it. Hey, we got the fan online. It's a paper with holes punched into it. So we'll need that to look at something. Locked. I don't think a key will be opening this thing. Oh, gosh. And we're missing a handle. We need a red handle. Alright, so we wrote down this earlier, so we can kind of breeze right through this one. Yeah! Wrench pipe! I think this is going to be our handle. Yeah. That is our handle. However, we now need to do something with this piece of paper. And I'm going to assume going back up with the elevator is not an option. Okay. So we're looking for a way, because it automatically lined up this paper. I mean, there's like X's down here. Oh, okay. They're not X's. They're corners to line up. Okay, sky, mount, space, C. All right, so 1, sky, 2, space, 4 mount, and 3 C. Okay, so we got that figured out. Because I was like, why are these white X's here? And it's like, no, they're corners. No, yep, just as I thought. It won't let us go back up. If this is an auditory... Oh, okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this pattern to get it. Okay. The map might be a clue for the 4 hydraulic pipes. Sky mount space C. Oh! Oh my gosh, so I was right. It is the... Okay, this is space, sky, mountain, sea. Okay. It's the levels. Okay, so the C is level 1. The mountains are level 2. The sky, level 3. And space, level 4. And for these, so the first one is level 3. The second one is 4. The third one is 1. And the fourth one is 2. That should open the door. Yeah. Awesome. My sister's gonna have so much fun editing out all of the blank space. So you have a train room. I'm assuming we can't. The door is jammed. Oh, what's this? Okay, it's another light up puzzle. Okay, when a circle is pointed at one of these circles, it lights them up. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the outer ring. That should be all of them, right? Heck yeah! Oh no, it's another puzzle. Do I have any pictures that might solve this one? No, they're all from. But they do have the clubs, the diamonds, and spades. So I imagine we're going to be using that. Probably correlating the number on the card with that particular object. Alright, furnace room. The coals are burning hot. Chanel 8392. A remote control. I shouldn't touch the control panel. I might mess things up more than they are now. Okay, so 8392. So I followed that. Wonder why it's -4. I could try doing it the other way. Nope, that didn't do anything. Could put them all on that weird broken 4. Here, let me turn that off. Chanel. Or, no, channel. Excuse me, channel 8392. I don't know why I thought it was Chanel. It's channel 8392. 392. Okay, 8, 3, 9, and 2. Okay. Okay. There's 4 screens and 4 buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Hey, there's the poker. Picked up a key of some sort. A jack. So, alright, and we know exactly what we're going to do with this, because I already was like looking at the clock like, okay, I see the decoration. I see that we can move it. So diamond 7. Spade 10. And club 3. Oh, we got a gear. So now we have a key, a jack, and a gear. Well, I guess we can jack open the door. Okay. Firebox. So I imagine we need to get those hot coals and put them into here. A fire extinguisher. Oh, we can key on the train. Throttle's not working. I think I'm missing something. I guess let's put the gear in. I should extinguish the coals. Okay. There, I scooped out the coals. There was enough coals to fill the furnace. Yeah, but now the coals are cold. We need them to be hot. We're moving! Oh my gosh. Ooh, picking up a little bit of speed. Of course, it's a good idea to like absolutely go as quickly as possible. We should definitely go as quickly as possible. And we hit some rocks. Oh, there's some more. Yeah, that's gonna rock our world for a bit. Really, explore the space in our brain. Knock us around pretty good. Oh, hey, the person's back. Hi, friend. As one cryptid to another, I offer the olive branch of peace and friendship. To be continued. Okay, that was fun. It was definitely harder than the first one. I would say it was definitely harder. The first one, I didn't use hints at all. This one, I will admit I did have to look up something and I did use the hints a few times. So, but I mean, that's what the hints are for, you know, I'm not perfect. But that was good. That was fun. Ooh, they're beta testers. Lots of beta testers. Oh, and they got translations. Alright, so as that's playing through. So I hope you guys liked that. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you spending your time here. And if you liked watching this and you want to check out some of my other gaming content, I have a Just the Demos series where I play demos, mostly free games. And this one was under $5. I believe all the parts are under $5. But if you like listening to me talk and want to hear my opinions, I do have a Let's Talk series. And I think by the time this one comes out, I should also have a unbagging my Pokemon collection series that I started. So if you guys like Pokemon and want to see what I've collected over the years, I will have that as well. So again, thank you for your time being here, and until next time, bye guys!